Oh yeah, there you go. So sometimes it's quite difficult to press the bloody record on this thing. Alright, a little bit of an update for stuff and projects that I'm working on. Right, first thing I'll mention is the North Shore bitch frame. Okay, that's on the back burner at the minute. Now a little bit of information on the North Shore bitch frame is the guys who built this. Yes, it's from Poland. The bike was built actually in Poland by two British guys. It was in this country. How crazy is that? Yep, so it took two British guys to sort out a really nice little frame. I actually did think it was an Atom Lab trail pimp at the time when I saw the pictures, and I mentioned this to him, and he goes, no, there's a decal saying bitch on it. I was like, really? That's interesting. Okay, it is one then. So yeah, initially I thought it was an Atom Lab trail pimp. I know my bikes. I've been around enough of them, built enough of them. 30 years of research. The Sun Workshop is also on the back burner at the minute. Now, the Sun Workshop bike has been one hell of a project to actually get to pieces in the first place. I did have a steel pair of bars, but I couldn't find them. Yeah, otherwise I would have used the steel bars to smack the stem out with a sledgehammer. So I had to do that because I couldn't get them out any other way. I used a whole tin of marine grade maintenance spray all over that frame on the main points, the bottom bracket area, the headstock, and all the rest of the parts like that, you know, which could be majorly seized. So with that, you know, I used a whole tin of this maintenance spray on this bike over a 3-day period, right? Squirting it everywhere, leaving it to really soak in. Tried it again, not happening. So I was just beating various parts, trying to loosen things up for about 3 days. Not gonna happen, is it? No. So in the end, you know, I sorted out a little burner thing, hand burner, flame, whatever you want to call them. I can't remember the bloody words these days. You know, the ones, little short cans, yeah. So I used that on various parts, hit it with a hammer, tried to loosen things up, not happening. Now I've got an angle grinder, yeah, so I've got to mark out some several points on where I'm actually going to cut. Yeah, I tried all the pins for the cotted crank, tried smacking them out, not happening. I tried literally every trick in the fucking book. In the end I had to chuck the book away and go for the angle grinder. So now I'm going to mark out the points with the black marker where I'm actually going to cut very carefully to try not to damage this bloody frame now, yeah. And we're talking probably a good 55-year-old frame at this point, you know. So, and I want to build it back up because it's going to be a nice little bike. Completely original. Yeah, the chrome finish has worn off in some places and is quite tarnished and rusty, but hopefully I can do a nice job on sorting that out. But yeah, hopefully at some point that will be stripped, and trying to get parts for this thing is already a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, since I've had the thing, I've been looking on eBay nearly every week for parts for it, okay? Now, we're talking for the cheapest, you're talking a 40 quid seat tube, you're talking a 40 quid stem, you're talking 40 quid handlebars. So, really, how come this old stuff is getting so bloody expensive? You know what I mean? we're only talking 1 inch stuff here, for crying out loud. It's not that outdated yet, you know. I don't get it personally. But it just goes to show how much of a niche market it really is, isn't it? You know. So yeah, I'm having a bit of problems with the old Sun workshop at the minute. The North Shore bitch though, yeah, I've got plans for that. I've got a load of parts that I've got to use on that. I've got a pair of 24-inch wheels. Now, when I was talking to the guy about this bitch frame, he said it was for 26-inch wheels. I was like, really? I'm going to put 24s on it. Because it's a disc-only frame, right? It's got no brake tabs, no brake bosses on it. So, in theory, I could run 24s on it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I've got some really nice wheels. Hope hubs. Well, I think they're Mavic rims or something. Can't remember the model. But yeah, hope hubs. And that would be nice. I've got race face cranks. I've got what else has got? Race face bars. Yeah, it's going to be nuts. Little cruiser. Now you can get these derailleur things for single speed bikes, and I think I might buy one for it and stick some gears on that, because that would be mental. You just lock all, you know, you put this in, put the wheel in, put the scooter in, and it's all locked up. Brilliant. One of the other things I like about stuff like that is the headlocks. Yeah, a couple of companies made these. One was an Amoeba. I can't remember the other ones offhand at the minute. But it's just a system. I mean, if you get a pair of forks, now I've actually seen this happen myself. I've actually done this myself. Tightening the top cap on my bike, I pulled that little star angled nut out, didn't I? Yeah. Really. I've got the tool to put one in, but they're awkward to use, right? So what I normally do on my bikes, I buy a headlock. What that allows you to do is put the forks in, put a couple of spaces, stem, another space on top, just, you know, just because. That's what I always like to do. Then you drop the headlock in, yeah, up to the bottom, screw it all down, and it all clamps into one job thing, one unit with one bolt, which is what you need. Then you just tighten the stem up, job done. Easy as. So yeah, that's one of the things that I do on my bikes. So any little parts like that I see cheap on eBay, they get taken. Because I'm always after headlocks for my bikes. So yeah, I always sell. I have sold a couple with some headlocks on. You know, I think my first Gen on one inbred, I had a headlock on it, and that went with the bike. So yeah, got to get another one, because I don't like those star-angled nut jobbies. It just looks a bit screwed up. Anyway, I'm going to leave it for this section, and I'll see you on the next section. Take it easy, guys.